How's it going, guys? My name is Franco and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing our 2025 review of crypto.com, and we're going to be trying to do it in under 30 minutes because last year it was about a 45-minute video. So in this video we are going to just be speed running through things. All right, we don't want this to take too long. We will do other videos on more of the specifics about crypto.com and what they have to offer. So things like the Visa card program, we'll touch on it in this video. But we'll have a dedicated, more in-depth video just to hopefully stop this video bloating out. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into everything crypto.com has to offer. But of course, not so fast, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy this sort of content. We are at 925 subs. We're so close to 1,000. That is our goal, to hit 1,000 and hopefully get monetized this year. So if you do enjoy this content, subscribe, hit the like button. You can see we've been covering doing a couple of our 2025 exchange reviews, a whole bunch of different stuff. We do a wide variety, technical analysis. We cover all these different things. You can see some prior crypto.com videos keeping you guys up to date. So if you are interested, hit that subscribe, like, and comment any questions that you may have down below. So first things first, what is crypto.com? Well, if we have a look just on the Wikipedia page, it's pretty straightforward. They are a cryptocurrency exchange company based in Singapore that offers various financial services, including an app, exchange, non-custodial DeFi wallet, NFT marketplace, direct payment service for cryptocurrency. As of June 2023, the company reportedly had 100 million customers and 4,000 employees. So these guys have been around for about 8 years now. They are based in Singapore, but they pretty well operate globally. They are a very wide-reaching company. They do a lot of different things. So we'll start jumping into what sort of features they have. But of course, where is it available? So if you are in one of these countries, it is not available. So you can see crypto.com app geo restrictions. So this is just the crypto.com app. This isn't necessarily the exchange and things like that. Like I know, for example, the crypto.com exchange is not available in Australia, or at least wasn't for a long time. I haven't checked recently, but it's not available in Australia. So there are things that aren't available in each and every country due to regulatory issues. This is just the app as a whole. So if you're in any one of these countries, as you can see, it's mostly sort of your, like a lot of Asia, Africa, Middle East countries. You know, there's a few different ones that, you know, if this applies to you. So, you know, most people, I think, if you're in, you know, the Europe, America, you know, Australia, New Zealand, whatever it might be, you'll be able to access the crypto.com app. Skim through that if you want, pause the video, see if your country is on there, but it is widely available. So obviously what most people are going to want to be doing is buying and selling cryptocurrencies. So crypto.com, it says they offer over 350 cryptocurrencies. They have a really good variety available, and they are technically fee free. Now crypto.com do have large spreads. You'll hear people complain about that. So whilst there are no fees, there are large spreads. What is a spread? It's basically the difference between the buy and sell price. So if you buy Bitcoin hypothetically for $100,000 and then a minute later you go to sell it and it's, you know, 98,000 or whatever it might be, you know, that 2% difference, that is the spread. So crypto.com are a little bit notorious for having large spread, but they do have no fees. So it's sort of like a bit of a hidden fee, but you can enjoy zero fee deposits. So if you, okay, this is in USD, but this will pretty much be applicable to any country you're in. Basically, if you're looking to deposit funds, I know that here in Australia, the best way of doing it is just via a bank transfer. So, you know, I use PayID just to deposit funds using an email address. It's very straightforward, fee-free. You know, you can look at doing things like your card, like a credit card or a debit card to deposit funds, or you can deposit cryptos via the blockchain, but those will have small fees attached. So you know, if you are looking to deposit funds, probably look at your bank transfers is your best bet. And then of course you can go through and buy cryptocurrencies. There is a massive variety. And they do have all your main things. You can do things like recurring buys, market orders. So whether that's, you know, stop losses, buy triggers, sell triggers, depending on price, all those different things. You know, you can spot trade. There's a whole bunch of different things. You can see they've got leverage. There's a lot of different ways. It's pretty comprehensive. You know, what most exchanges offer, crypto.com probably offers as well. So we won't go too far into it. Like, you know, just have a look through the app, explore the best way to buy and sell. It is very, very straightforward. And, you know, they have a variety of different ways to purchase. The other one people will look at doing now, I think this is only available in the US, but we'll quickly cover it just whilst we're on buying and selling, are your options trading. So it's basically, you know, is Bitcoin going to be above or below X price in X amount of time? So they do offer this in the United States, and also not available in Australia. I don't have access to that. But if you're looking to do options, you can do this in crypto.com as well. And as you can see, it's fully regulated. You got to have, risk management, of course. But, it is just very standard strike options. You can start with up to $10. Yes or no, is it going to be, higher or lower? All those very basic things. So if you are looking for options, crypto.com is also a good exchange. Of course, it is a lot more risky than, just spot buying or whatever it might be. But it is definitely something you can look at. Okay, now let's get on to some of the actual features that that people would come to crypto.com for. So I think one of the main ones is their earn programs. So they offer really good earn programs in order to yield on your cryptocurrencies. Now, of course, this is not available in every country. I'm gonna have to say that for every single thing, because this depends on your regulation in your country. So I know, for example, in Australia, we do not have the earn program. That's why I'm on the US. As you can see up the top here, I'm on the US crypto.com webpage, because we literally don't have the earn program available in Australia because of our regulation. It's not because of crypto.com. If crypto.com could offer all these different things in every country, they would. It is a regulatory issue, so please keep that in mind. If you're outside of the United States, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, somewhere in Europe, every single feature is going to be slightly different in your country, so do keep that in mind. But basically, you can earn really good yields. You can see Bitcoin up to 5% per annum, ETH up to 5.5% per annum. If we just scroll down, they have their maximum rewards that you can basically yield. So you can see Kronos up to 6%, ETH 5.5%, as we just said, 5% on Bitcoin. Have a quick read through these if there are any of interest. But this is a tiered system, and it depends on your lockup term, how much CRO you have staked in the Visa card program, and basically how much you have actually staked itself. So as you can see, for example, if we go have a look, we'll have a look at just Bitcoin, because that is 5%. So in order to yield 5% on your Bitcoin, we'll just go down to $200, right? You can see you are getting that 5% reward. So that is the maximum reward that you can have. You can see on a 3-month term, $200 at with this amount of CRO locked up. So that would be your Jade Green, Ruby Steel card. But if you say, we up it to X amount, 5,000, you can see that drops off to 4%. So the more you have staked, the less rewards you get. And if we just have a look at how the 3-tier structure works, just very briefly, you can see that I don't want the example. If we just scroll up, okay, so here's how the tier rewards work. So you get the tier 1, which is the full reward rate. So in the example of Bitcoin, the full reward rate is 5%. Anything over $3,000 you will drop into tier 2, which is 0.5%. So for the example of Bitcoin, so this example here, we are earning, because we've got $5,000 in there, we've got $3,000, which is the tier 1 cap, yielding at 5%. And then we have the tier 2 cap, which is anything, basically from 3,000 to 30,000. So the next 27,000 at half that rate. So in this example, we've got $3,000 yielding at 5%. And then we've got $2,000 yielding at half of that, which is 2.5%, which averages out to 4% yield. So you can see that there. And then anything over $30,000 in the tier will be 0.3%, of the tier 2 rate. So 0.3% of 2.5. I don't know that off the top of my head, but do the maths if you feel like it. But that is basically how you yield. So you'll see if we up this to, over 30,000, or if we just do 30,000, just for this example, you can see that we get 2.75%. But if we, up it to, 300,000, whatever it might be, you can see that reward rate drop off drastically, only 0.78%. And that's obviously not very good, but, being able to yield on Bitcoin is pretty good. It's something that a lot of exchanges do not offer. So whilst it's not a lot of money, yielding on Bitcoin is always good. The other thing that affects that, as we said, is your CRO lockup. So if we just drop this back to 200, just for the sake of, just maximizing our reward rate, see if we drop that off, you can see that reward rate does drop off a little bit if we have less CRO locked up. And if we've got more CRO locked up, we get that 5%, and then we get a bonus 2% in CRO. So that's part of the Visa card program. We'll go through that later. But the more CRO you have locked up, the better reward you get. And then, of course, we'll just drop this back to the standard. It depends on your tier that you yield at. So if we have a 3-month term, you can see 5%. If we have a 1-month term, 3.5%. And if we have a flexible term, here's the 0.25%, it drops off very quick. So of course, if you have, we can basically be yielding anywhere from 0.2% up to 7% based on all these different factors. So do take that in mind with the earn program, but nonetheless, it is a very, very good way to yield on cryptos. You know, to be able to yield on Bitcoin is handy. So, and it's, you know, it definitely helps out, you know, the smaller fish. You know, say you only have $500 worth of Bitcoin and you put it in a 3-month term, that 5%, you know, you're yielding something, right? It's not bad. Say you got $5,000, you know, you're yielding something that is better than nothing. So, of course, you know, your whales, people who have massive amounts of money, you're not going to be able to yield that 5%, but it's better than nothing. The other way to yield on your cryptocurrencies, which is very similar to earn, is crypto.com staking. So staking is, you know, different because it's working on the actual blockchain itself. So this is only available for proof of stake tokens. So things like Ethereum, Kronos, Polkadot, Matic, you name them, right? There's a million here that you can yield on. And you can see that the reward rates do vary quite significantly. Now, it is important to note that the reward rates are not determined by crypto.com. They are determined by the blockchain themselves. So they fluctuate with time. It won't be 7.05% tomorrow. It will be different. And with that, when you do go to stake your cryptocurrencies, you may enter like a bonding period or something like that, where you have to stake for this amount of time. Or, you know, there might be an unbonding period where it takes, you know, a week to, you know, to receive your rewards back once you pull them out of the stake, or it might take 30 days. It is all dependent on each and every blockchain. So do your due diligence when you go to stake. I know, for example, Kronos has about a 28-day unbonding period. So if, you know, you had, you know, all your CRO staking at 7.05%, and then you decided I wanted to sell, you do have to wait for that unbonding period to take its course, and then you will receive your funds back. So that's dependent on each and every blockchain. It's not crypto.com determining these rates, or the, you know, I guess, like as we were talking about, the bonding periods and the unbonding periods, and all those different things. It is the blockchain themselves, because this is, you know, you're directly staking on the blockchain. Crypto.com are basically taking your tokens for you, putting them into some sort of, you know, proof of stake protocol, and then yielding the rewards and then giving them back to you, right? They do take a small cut. You do get higher rewards if you were to do that yourself. But of course, you know, it's a bit of a service fee. You know, it's a bit of, it's sort of what you pay for the ease to be able to stake straight through the crypto.com app, and not have to directly work with the DeFi that crypto.com handle or the backend for you. So, but pretty good reward rates. So you can see, you know, a bit of a variety. High reward rates don't necessarily mean better, you know, tokens or whatever it might be. You know, often tokens that have high APYs, you know, such as, you know, you just have to look, they're quite clear. They do tend to be more inflationary, and inflationary means the token devalues over time. So do consider that. It's not, you know, do your homework on this, but it is just an option there offered by crypto.com. And then of course the big one is the crypto.com Visa card. We will just very briefly touch on this because we're going to do a video on this probably next week. But basically you can lock up your CRO in order to access different level Visa cards all the way up to the Prime, which is not out just yet. You can see it says join the waitlist, but basically you can get cash back on everyday spending from 2% up to 8%. There are other things like rewards on travel spending, don't really care, right? But then if we scroll down, you know, you can see subscription rebates, so Spotify, Netflix up to 6 months, or if you're on one of the higher tiers, you do get it permanently. Airport lounge key access, and there is more to this. Like I don't know why they don't advertise it, but there is, like, you do yield on your CRO and some other things. So this is something to definitely consider if you are looking to purchase CRO. If you want to invest in CRO, this is a really good spot to put those funds. There is a lockup period of 12 months, so do consider that when you're buying. You know, depending on how much you want to stake, but you know, if you have 500 up to $1 million, you can definitely do that. Have a look. They do, you know, you can put all the different currencies in just to compare. You know, of course, it's roughly, you know, going to be roughly accurate, but I know here in Australia, yes, it's about $7,000 for this one, 70,000, 7,000, or 700,000. So look, have a look through this if you are interested. We'll do a full video on this next week to have a look through the Visa card program more in depth. But for now, very good spot to put your CRO if you are interested in accessing that. There is also the Rewards Plus programs. This has changed slightly since it's been introduced, but basically, if you are, you know, holding a certain amount of CRO, trading crypto, you have, you know, a high level badge, you do get extra rewards. So basically what you can get is an extra 5% on the earn program. You can see here, get up to 10% on stable coins. What that really means is 5% plus including the base earn rate of, oh sorry, plus a bonus 5%. You can get trading rebates. So every time you buy crypto, you do get a little bonus amount in CRO, and extra referral bonuses. So it is handy to have. They used to offer extra cash back on the Visa cards, but since they've gone through this whole rework or rejig of how they do things, they did remove the extra cash back. So it is a handy thing to have. It's not something you necessarily go out of your way and buy and sell cryptocurrencies and trade in order to maintain your rewards plus level. But if you are already buying and selling cryptocurrencies, is definitely handy to have. Okay, crypto.com also have what they call their rewards hub, but basically it's sort of tied into rewards plus in a sense, but basically, as you can see, what used to be missions now includes rewards plus, missions, and badges. So rewards plus, what we were just talking about, so we don't need to go through that again. But basically, your rewards plus level is determined on your badge rank, which we'll read more below. 30-day rolling average of your cumulative rolling CRO wallet balance. So depending on how much CRO you have, and your 30-day cumulative buy and sell volume. What are the benefits? You can get higher earn plus, higher trading rebates, referral boosters. If we just scroll down, we don't need to go over this too much. Okay, missions. What are missions? So each day you can complete tasks in order to unlock diamonds. So you can see here, there's one that is the status check. So literally, this is easy feature to earn diamonds. That is very true. Literally just log into the missions tab of your crypto.com app every single day, and you can unlock 1 diamond, right? So 1 diamond every single day. And then there are other ways to earn diamonds, such as your quick quest. So if you buy or sell $100 worth of crypto, you do get, I think it's 10 diamonds. And if you buy or sell $500 worth of crypto, I think it is about 50 diamonds off the top of my head. And then the other way, if we scroll down a bit further, and of course there are some other onboarding missions. So these are one-time missions that you can complete to unlock. So if you do any of these things, you do unlock some diamonds. But they are just one time that, once you do them, you can't redo them again at any point. And then of course badges. So that's just, it just basically tracks your cumulative buy and sell. So if you trade $2,500, you unlock 25 diamonds, and then each level you upgrade. The next one might be $5,000. You might get 30 diamonds. So the more you trade, the higher the badge you get, and you do get rewarded in diamonds. And then, but of course, like with this, you can't just go trading stable coins to stable coins or stable coins to fiat. That would be ridiculous. So you do have to actually trade crypto in order to do that. There's no real loopholes. But then what do you do, of course, with those diamonds? Well, you can go get mystery boxes. So 25 diamonds. These boxes contain up to $1,100 worth of CRO. The most I think I've ever gotten is about $5 worth of CRO. I think it was like 20 diamonds or something. I can't remember, but you can get CRO rewards apparently up to a massive amount. You can also go get merchandise. So I'll put some examples up on the screen again. But things like for example, here in Australia, because crypto.com sponsor their AFL, which is the Australian Football League. You can get like jerseys and footballs and things like that for a lot of diamonds, or you can unlock experiences. But same thing again, sort of what they're sponsors of. So NBA, UFC. So this is not life changing, but it is handy to have if you are someone who looks at their crypto.com account every day or whatever it might be. Go do the daily mission, unlock your diamond. You might get a good reward. Typically it's like sort of like 50 cents you might get on average. There's like a 50 cent every mystery box, or if you want to save up and get like a nice jersey or something like that, you can do that as well. A new thing that is only available in the US is sports betting, basically. So this is kind of crazy. I haven't used this, so I can't really comment on it too much. But basically, you can use cryptocurrencies or just fiat, dollars, US dollars, whatever it might be, in order to bet on games. So I'm not sure how exactly it works, but you can sort of see like, will Kansas City win the big game? I guess that's the Super Bowl. You can vote yes, and you get paid out, right? So it's $19 for a yes, and the return is $1,000, right? That's just an example. So he might be betting like $200, and if Kansas win, he gets $1,000. However it works exactly, I'm not too sure. But you know, it is kind of a cool feature if you do just have some cryptocurrencies and you're feeling like you're going to win a big bet. You can go ahead and gamble that on crypto.com. This is, as I said, I think it's only available in the United States. So maybe this expands out to different countries, but it's definitely something you guys can have a look at. And if you are in the United States and you do use this, you know, feel free to comment down below what you guys think about it, how good it is. I have no idea. As I said, I don't use this because I'm in Australia. So that's just the way things are. Another feature, which is, you know, I'll be honest with you guys, probably hasn't improved as much as I would have hoped over time, but you can, you know, crypto.com pay. So basically you can log into the app and you can shop using Bitcoin, ETH, I think that's PayPal, US dollars maybe, I'm not too sure, and CRO, you know, to different brands and things like that, and you do get rewarded in return. So pay with crypto at the checkout. Might try and wait for this video to reset so we can watch it. Doesn't look like the video is going to reset, but you know, as you can imagine, if you do, if you log into the, I'll put it up on the screen again. If you log into the crypto.com app, you can see that there are a variety of different companies and things that you can shop through the crypto.com pay section. And if you do pay using like different tokens, like here you can see there's an Aston Martin. I don't know what he's buying, probably just like a jumper or something. You can see it's, you know, $176.95. And if he pays using CRO, he does get 2% cash back. So that's sort of the example. But I'll put some other examples up on the screen of what we have available here in Australia. But you can see, like, you can buy gift cards and things like that. So it is pretty, you know, definitely a unique feature to crypto.com, but definitely worth a look if you are like looking to just get rewarded for spending money or looking to get rewarded by spending cryptocurrencies. You can see, like, even, you know, add funds to get your prepaid phone, get 5% cash back. And there's also ways you can send money to your friends. You can set this up as a merchant, so you can see what the idea is. As I said, it's not something I've really used, but definitely same thing. If you guys, you know, are using crypto.com pay regularly and you think it is of some value, do let me know, because as I said, I haven't used it, but it's definitely, you know, you see the idea. They're trying to get crypto into everyday life and sort of as, you know, a currency that you actually spend. So definitely interesting. We'll see if this, hopefully it does expand out a little bit in the coming year, because as I said, I don't think it's changed enough, or, you know, gotten into enough people to, you know, really make it viable, but we'll see with time. And of course, there's more to come with crypto.com. So we haven't touched on every single feature, of course, because there are a lot of features. And as we said, we're trying to keep this under half an hour. I think we might just be on par, but we do have the level up, which just got announced. So stocks are coming to crypto.com. They're available in America, but nowhere else as far as I'm concerned. So same thing again, unfortunately, I can't really touch on it, but you will be able to trade stocks on crypto.com. And you can see that there are deposit bonuses. That is dependent on your card level, your crypto.com card level. If we do scroll down, you can see that some of these features are dependent on your card level, your Visa card that we touched on before. You can see that they're trying to introduce banking. That is coming soon. So however they, you know, implement this, I'm not really too sure. It is supposed to be coming, you know, mid this year, but you can see they are intending to offer pretty good yields on cash. And you can see these things all laid out on the roadmaps. This was announced, I think, literally election night when Trump won. They announced this, which was a pretty interesting day to do so. But, you know, they have delivered on most of these. So the web app, I believe, is live. I think that's live. Exchange. The exchange is in the United States as a Q1. So that's hit. I think they've done this. I think the only one, there was a tweet recently made. I think the only one that they haven't done yet is rewards on Bitcoin. But of course, we're not actually in Q2 yet, so there's plenty of times. Stock trading, this has come out in the United States. You can see there's intent for Australia, Canada, and the European Union. So when this comes out in Australia, of course, I'll touch on it. But for now, you know, can't really touch on it right now. Multi-currency accounts, you can see. So there is more to come. They've done the card expansion into the Middle East and Latin America, I believe. Not sure about Africa, but they've definitely done the Middle East and Latin America, so that's good. So there are more features to come. You know, if you guys are, you know, watching this video in Q2, you know, 2025, you know, sort of like March onwards or April onwards, whatever it might be, you know, you might start to see some of these things come out, like stock options in the United States, cash accounts, being able to yield on your cash. So crypto.com is definitely expanding, and there's a lot more to come. You know, crypto.com stablecoins, a big one. I don't know what Kronos 1 is, but that sounds interesting. Kronos ETF submission, that will be massive. And then of course, you've got things like your the banking is going to be massive. If this comes to fruition, like 1 cent, 1 second global transfers, that's like being able to send funds anywhere in 1 second for 1 cent. That's crazy. International bank accounts, right? They're really pushing expansion. So there's a lot more to come with crypto.com. So we'll have to keep an eye out. And of course, they do have lots of sponsors. So if you guys have paid attention, I think this has actually shrunk a little bit since last year. I remember they definitely used to sponsor Fanatics. So obviously they don't do that anymore. But you can see, massive F1, UFC, they're very big in the AFL here in Australia. Some representation. How good is that? When I do watch the AFL, I'm not a massive AFL follower, but when I do watch it, you see crypto.com everywhere. Obviously, the crypto.com arena, that is the Lakers arena. So very, very prominent positioning. LA Kings, 76ers, they have got a lot of different sponsors or partnerships that they do work with. So as we sort of touched on last year, this will likely, if things actually do progress with the bull market and cryptocurrencies as a positive, hopefully not just more shit and meme coins for the rest of 25. Hopefully something positive actually does happen. Crypto.com could be really at the front of these things. We've seen the CEO of crypto.com, Chris, he's actually had meetings. He's been a part of like I don't know what they do in the White House, but like crypto meetings and things like that. He's been a part of that. So they're definitely very prominent in the United States, and things are looking upwards for this company. And if you are looking to join it, they do have lots of good features, as we said. And we'll just touch on these. They aren't a part of the crypto.com app, but they are a part of the crypto.com ecosystem. So of course, crypto.com on chain, formerly known as the DeFi wallet. So you can access your keys, your crypto, right? This is the same same as most DeFi wallets, but really good if you are looking to get more into DeFi. Look to securely store your funds, and it does work very well, as as you can link your DeFi and main wallet, make them connected, so it makes easy transfers between the two, and the whole shebang, right? It's a very good DeFi app. I found it one of the easier ones to use. So if you are looking to get into DeFi, you can use the crypto.com on-chain app, formerly known as DeFi wallet. And of course, the exchange, I don't think it's here because I'm back on the Australian. Let's go back to the US. Back to the US, and you can see the exchange, right? So it's not available in Australia, but so be it, right? If we click on the exchange, let's see what we get to. But here we are just on the homepage, right? And this is just a good, from what I've heard, they do have pretty good fees and things like that. And same thing again, where you can link your crypto.com exchange app to your crypto.com primary app to your DeFi wallet, so you can interchange between the three. They're all incorporated together. So definitely, if you are looking to more so trade, spot trade, use leverage, things like that, definitely some good ways to or good exchange to use. And if you're already using the crypto.com app as your primary exchange or your primary crypto app, being able to link the two up and transfer funds, and maybe you make some money on the exchange, and you transfer those funds back to the the main app to spend on the Visa card, or whatever it might be, right? You get the idea. They are all interlinked, and they're very from what I've heard, as I said, I don't use the exchange, but they are all of very good quality. I got the hiccups. Anyways, guys, that was a massive speed run through crypto.com. We didn't touch on every single feature. There's more that we could touch on, like airdrops and supercharger, and but they're not really primary features in my opinion. They are there. Just go explore the crypto.com app if you are looking to use it. And do remember, guys, if you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button. We are at almost 1,000 subscribers. We're getting awfully close. And if we have a look, how's it going, guys? My name is Wow, that is playing so fast. Frank here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through our top. I must have it on 0.5 speed. Anyway, do go into the video description. You can see crypto.com sign up bonus. Get $25 worth of CRO when you sign up to the crypto.com app and use the Visa card program. So either use this link or put that code in when you do sign up. There are some terms and conditions, but if you sign up, follow the steps. Sign up to the Visa card program, you do get $25 worth of CRO. So I think I've had about 2 people use it. So thank you to those 2 guys if you're still here watching. But it does help the channel out. It helps you guys out. As I said, or as I've said, many times before, I only put referral codes for companies or products or whatever it might be that I use. personally that I use on a day-to-day basis, and that I think rewards you guys. So do feel free to use that referral code if you did enjoy. That'll pretty well cover everything, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.